Yes, I am.
We've run out of time, so Mark doesn't get to attempt to rob you of the mug. You get the mug automatically.
Yay!
Reba,
Yes, sir.
just so we're clear, this is a gift from me to you.
Oh, bless your heart.
This is a gift from me to you. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, Deja's going to spin the wheel to see what else you're playing for.
Okay.
Okay, you're playing for a $1,000 gift card to Omaha Steaks. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Reba.
All right, Reba, here we go.
Thank you.
On yesterday's show, what did we say was 10 years old yesterday?
Oh, my goodness.
10-year
It was
anniversary.
the 10-year anniversary of something.
You said 10 years old?
10
Yes.
years old. We had it here yesterday.
Something you were wearing, a dress. A ring.
No.
That's a terrible question.
Reba.
It's the cronut.
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 Oh, my
I
goodness.
hate it.
I had. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
It was also featured on Jeopardy All-Stars, the Tournament of Champions. Yes, it was. It was
Okay.
featured last night. Yes, it was like,
We scooped them?
we scooped it. Yes, we did. It was very exciting. Yeah. Listen, Reba, you're still going to receive a $500 gift card to Omaha Steaks, and you'll now be entered in for a second chance.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Reba.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coming up next, Ed Sheeran.
Still ahead on Live from the Film Fast 10, Ludacris, Bear Grylls. We'll see the results of another mother-daughter makeover as I Love Mom Week continues. And coming up next, Ed Sheeran. It's time for a
Music.
by science.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. I remember emailing it to her and then being like, oh, it might be a bit heavy. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and
We were friends at school. So he's in the year above, I'm in the year below. Always really got on.
You were the someone waiting for me.
We had, I guess, flirted with the idea of flirting. Does that make sense?
He's one of the biggest names in music. In addition to a new album, he's giving fans an intimate glimpse of his private life in a new docuseries on Disney Plus called The Sum of It All. Please welcome Ed Sheeran.
Just dancing with me.
Look at how excited they are. This must happen to you everywhere you go.
It's I've just realised it's been a while since I've been back on this.
Yeah,
show.
that's
Welcome back.
last time you were here, you were single,
Yeah.
you were childless.
Yeah.
Now you are a married dad of 2 little girls. And I love your daughter's names, Lyra and
Yeah.
Antarctica
Yes, Lyra and
Lyra.
and then Jupiter. Yeah.
and Jupiter.
Yeah.
Those are great names. How
Thank
did you
you.
come up with that?
Jupiter was our boy's name, and then because we thought she was going to be a boy, and then when she came out, we were like, still quite like the name.
Surprise!
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being a dad?
So does that mean that the doctor sees like a big belly button and thinks it's a penis?
And I love your daughter's names, Lyra and Antarctica
Yes, Lyra and
Lyra.
and then Jupiter. Yeah.
and Jupiter.
Yeah.
Those are great names.
Did she say Lyra and Jupiter? She pronounce them?
Your daughter's name's Lyra and
Yeah.
Arctica
Yes, Lyra and then Jupiter. Yeah.
and Jupiter.
Yeah.
Those are
Arctica.
great
How the
names.
fuck
How
did
did you
you get
come up with
Arctica?
that?
Jupiter was our boy's name, and then we thought she was going to be a boy, and then when she came out, we were like, still quite like the name.
Surprise!
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being a dad?
It's getting to the point where I'm like suddenly a superhero for not doing that much. You know, I just sort of turn back.
Yeah.
I sort of get in the door, and it's like, Jenny. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
That's pretty good.
Amazing. It's like being a guest on this show.
Yeah.
You just walk out and everybody gets excited. So what kind of a kid were you? When you look at your daughters, are there moments where you think to yourself, I used to do stuff like that?
No, I think I was more of a shy kid. I was more shy and a bit awkward, whereas they seem like they love like speaking to people and are very like confident. Yeah.
And I read that you stuttered as a child.
Yeah, lots. Yeah, I could barely speak as a kid.
And did you have any form of like therapy for that, or did you?
I did like a bunch of stuff, yeah, as a kid, and then I tried everything. I did speech therapy, I did like homeopathy, and then my uncle bought me Eminem's first album, and I sort of learnt that front to back at the age of 9, and that did it. I speak to a lot of actors that have stutters, and their stutters were cured by learning lines, because you're not thinking about the thing you're trying to say. It's kind of sort of becomes second nature, if that makes sense.
That's so interesting that like Eminem cured a stutter.
Totally. And looking back at it, like my dad wasn't really aware what was on the album, and I got to sing with Eminem at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and so my dad listened to.
Oh my God.
Oh wow! My dad listened to the record before we flew, and he was like, had I known, aged 9, that he was...
Were you into music always?
Always, yeah. I mean, my dad's record collection was essentially the thing that I was into as a kid. He had quite an extensive...
Like what were some of them?
Like Beatles, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Joni Mitchell, and then you sort of form your own record collection through that. But it's still like, that's primarily the main music I listen to now. It's my dad's.
But does that thrill your dad to see you at Abbey Road Studios?
Oh, yeah. My dad's met pretty much all of his heroes now.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. He's loving it. He's loving it. But I think it's it's surreal for me too. Like we come from like a really small farming town in England, and no one has really ever got out of there and got famous. So it's surreal to be like go back home and someone's like, oh, what did you do this weekend? You're like, well, I've just been with Eminem and it is surreal.
Relatable stories. We have to take a commercial break, but we're going to take another look at a clip from your new docuseries. When we return, stick around. Still ahead on Live for the new film Fast X, Ludacris. See you at Abbey Road Studios.
Oh, yeah. My dad's met pretty much all of his heroes now.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's loving it. He's loving it. But I think it's it's surreal for me too. Like we come from like a really small farming town in England, and no one has really ever got out of there and got famous. So it's surreal to be like go back home and someone's like, oh, what did you do this weekend? You're like, well, I've just been with Eminem and it is surreal.
Relatable stories. We have to take a commercial break, but we're going to take another look at a clip from your new docuseries. When we return.
Also,
Falls off.
Diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
You may pay as little as $10 per prescription.
The difficult thing about grief, everyone rallies around you at the start and you're kind of expected to be grieving and to be sad and to not be coping.
15 minutes.
And then 6 months down the line, that kind of all falls off.
I'm about to put on a wetsuit and I'm going to swim in North Sea. This was my idea. I have to keep reminding myself that.
Everything's been so busy and there's kind of an attitude, especially in Britain, I think, of carrying on.
With Ed Sheeran
wondering, from the new docuseries, The Sum of It All, I mean, you're a private person, right? Was it strange opening the cameras to your life like that?
Yeah, it was actually really weird. It was because I sort of thought we were making a music documentary on my album being made and backstage at gigs and stuff. And the director of it was just like, we don't want to make some polished promo package that's like used as propaganda to, you know, sell anything. He's like, what I want to do is just film everything in your life, and then I'm going to make something. And you just have to trust me that it's going to be respectful and honest. So it's ended up being a documentary on like grief, and it's I think it's really beautifully done. I think it's very uncomfortable for me to watch, but from what other people are saying, they're connecting with it.
People do connect a lot with grief. People suffer with grief and loss, and I think when somebody looks at someone such as yourself, where there's so much success and there's so much fame and fanfare surrounding you, to realize at the end of the day that you are a person that deals with the very real fears of loss. And
I think it's something that everyone relates to. That's the one thing I found going through all these things, is everyone is going to, like, everyone in this room right now has something in their life that's difficult, and you just never know from the outset what people are going through. And
your wife Cherry is very a private person as well.
Super private.
So how did she feel about this intrusion?
Yeah, I think, do you know, the guy that made the documentary was a friend of ours, so it was I think that helped
with the trust.
Yeah, but also, like, I didn't tell the documentary makers this, but we basically had a button at any point that we could press, and she could just say I'm out, and she could be taken. So that was very much like, if it was feeling awkward,
that's called a husband.
Like, yeah.
She's out.
I wanted her to feel like totally like safe and respected, and I think it's
great. The new album's called Subtract. How did you come up with that title?
I've had that title for years. I basically, all of my albums, I released 5 independent EPs before I got signed, and then my first album was Plus, which was the addition onto all the EPs. Multiply then made it bigger. Divide was a double album. Subtract and strip it back and be acoustic, and then Equals was the sum of all the parts. And that I just always in my head knew I was going to make this stripped back acoustic record, and it's gone exactly how I wanted it to go, and it sort of reconnected me with my fan. But like, people really, really like my first record because it is kind of like that. And then I really like pop music, so I've been making pop music for about 10 years. But it's kind of going back to my original things that fans liked first. So it's really nice to connect on that level again.
Did you want to be a mathematician at some point?
No. I failed maths at school.
Is this your way of controlling math now?
No, you know what? I really liked, when I was like 18, 19, I just wanted to, what I loved about Coldplay albums is you always knew that the Coldplay album was coming out just from like the artwork or what they were wearing or whatever. And I loved the idea of getting to a point that you could put a multiplication symbol on a billboard, and people be like, "Oh, it's got a new album coming out." You know, like I loved it. People just associated it with me, I guess. Like if there was a number on a billboard, like 35, you'd be like, "Oh, Adele's got a new album."
Adele had a birthday.
Yeah.
So the Mathematics tour is upon us. Will you be bringing the family?
So you basically just ripped off Adele. She uses numbers, and you use the mathematical signs that
so the Mathematics tour.
So Adele uses numbers, and you basically use the symbols and the math that work with the numbers. Yeah, the mathematics or whatever.
So the Mathematics tour is upon us. Will you be bringing the family? Will the children tour with you?
We are. Yeah, we're based in the States now for I think for the foreseeable. Whenever I tour here, I move here, and I always enjoy like getting back into the culture of it, because although that we have quite similar cultures in England, like I love going to sports games on a Sunday. I love
which ones? Like what kind?
I just went to the Yankees. I've been to the Mets, the Jets. For me, because I'm coming in and I'm not like a super fan of a team. I can go. I just love sports, so I love going to watch the sports, and I love country music. You know, I love getting. I don't know.
Just getting to be ensconced in
just feeling American culture is fun.
Well, we sure do appreciate you.
The Sum of It All is streaming on Disney Plus. This new album Subtract is available now. Go to our website for more information. information on Ed Sheeran's new tour. Next, Ludacris.
Thank you so much.
If you would like to know more about Ed Sheeran's tour, just log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
This is Steve and Samantha Malman.
Royal Point Chicago. Gold chains on sale. 10 karat, 14 karat, $99 and up.
Sterling silver rings, pendants, starting at just $20.
Pre-owned luxury watches from Cartier, Rolex, Vacherons, all on sale.
Gold and diamond jewelry from $99 to $9,900.
Sell us your gold or valuables.
Or make a loan on them. Royal pays cash. Save big at the Mother's Day sale.
Happy Mother's Day from Royal Point Chicago.
Roll me Rome.
Oh, sorry, guys. Thought it was another commercial.
Royal pays cash. Save big at the Mother's Day sale.
Happy Mother's Day from Royal Point Chicago.
Roll me Rome's in the building. You see me shining, baby. We on my mission now.
Yeah, we all know that this is your mission. Because nobody else on earth would put Han in an alpha.
For the highly anticipated action film Fast 10. Our next guest is one of the stars of that explosive movie, Chris Ludacris Bridges.
What
You know what John Ogle told me backstage?
Please tell me what
He told me that this is our 20th anniversary.
Are you serious?
Of knowing each other. Your first time on live was 20 years
That
ago.
deserves a celebration. This is a celebration time right now. What's going on? 20 years.
20 years.
We should actually give Chris one of Mark's prized mugs as a 20th anniversary present.
Okay.
That would be great. That would be great.
And then you and I co-hosted together in 2010.
Yes, we did. That was some of the most fun I've ever had in my entire
We
life.
had a great time.
We did. We did. Wow.
And then we never saw you again. Like, you left us for Hollywood. You blew us off.
You know, I feel a little offended because I feel like there's a little bias with this new co-host that you have. Like, I could have done this job. I don't know. You kind of skipped over me.
You want to swap?
I don't know what's going on here, man. Get over there, man. What are we doing?
Feel the power. Feel the power, Chris. You remember?
I love being here. We have so many memories.
The cars, they accelerate, but nothing accelerates like this.
Hey, hold on. You're rubbing her leg.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on back. You deserve it. I'm just messing with you, man. You know.
Congratulations, you're getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Where will it be, you know?
Where will it be? They haven't exactly told me yet. As long as it's not like by an alley in a dump truck or anything like that, I'll feel good. You know?
And do you know if your star will have it'll have like the film and the music icon on both?
Believe it or not, this particular star will have just the movie.
Nice.
Film icon on there, which is crazy because obviously I've been doing music longer than movies, but hey, listen, I'm here. I feel gracious.
Well, you know what? You're so good in every arena that you tackle.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of music, you're on tour with Janet Jackson.
Yes.
You know, we've been talking about how
we've been
the playoffs have been getting in the way of these concerts.
Oh, yeah.
How's that going over?
So we had to move one of the dates here at Madison Square Garden because of the Knicks, but everything is working out the way it's supposed to. You know, we had 2 sold out dates. So for New York, that is a beautiful thing.
Yes,
For
of course.
fans
Come
are
on.
great. Absolutely.
The two of you. Now, when they say we've got to rearrange your concert around these playoff games, do you then get tickets to the game? Since you have the night off, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I think you guys' seats might have been. Did you guys buy the the floor seats, and that's the reason that I couldn't get tickets to the game.
No, we were not there.
We were not there.
Nah, but you would think that we would get the tickets, but no, we did not get those tickets.
You know what? That needs to be addressed, but that's not for right now. For right now, we're going to talk about Fast 10. Okay?
Let's talk about it.
Fast and Furious franchise is so huge.
Yes.
This film is bigger than ever. What I want to know is, what percentage of the box office do you get? You, in my opinion,
not enough.
It's a huge cast.
It is.
All right,
man.
tell me where it picks up.
I mean, listen, at this point, we should have called it Fast 10 your seatbelts, because now we're running out of ideas. But you would think we're running out of ideas. But when you see this film, it's just, we continue to reinvent ourselves. We continue to bring more people to the franchise, and the stakes are higher than they've ever been. I can't give away too much, but I can tell you that debatably is going to be one of the best action films you've ever seen in your entire life.
Whoa. And Jason Momoa is the villain this time. He's the super villain.
Jason Momoa is the villain. He does a phenomenal job. Like, it's crazy because he kind of makes you laugh and then you're scared of him at the same time. So he's taking things to a whole other level.
It's like a nervous laughter, right?
100%.
And what about your character? How's he evolved over these 10 years, the 10 franchises?
There's so much evolution, but I think the hair being different in every film has something to do with that. Look, there you go.
Oh, come on.
Got to switch it up every time.
Do you have a favorite look?
Probably the hair out look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just love that my character constantly, you find out something new about him every time. And I'm the tech guy, but as I evolve, you finally get to whoop some butt. You know what I mean? I'm finally getting some more action scenes, and it really shows, and you find out more about him.
Was this your first film, this franchise, when you started? Was this the first time you came into acting?
Yeah, yep. Too Fast, Too Furious was my first.
I mean, do you love that you started literally at the top? You don't know. Acting is like riddled with rejection and failure.
Oh, 100%.
And you don't know about that. Like, you just were like, I think I'm going to star in the biggest grossing film franchise of all time. And that's where I'll like.
But that's the thing. When I came in Too Fast, Too Furious, we had no idea we would get a call back for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, man, it's a blessing. And we couldn't do it without the fans supporting this franchise.
Yeah, the fans are vociferous.
Opening May 19th, only in theaters. Bear Grylls. You're going to come back and sit here.
Give me a hug, son of a bitch.
Monday on Live from the Little Mermaid, Aquafina.
You know when you're at a party and you say, how are you? Do you really want to know the answer?
No, I'm trying to get to the buffet.
The Story of Me, take 2.
From this new documentary Still, Michael J. Fox, plus Andrew McCarthy.
This is Poof, the most powerful pet odor eliminator in the world. Oh.
Monday on Live from the Little Mermaid, Aquafina.
Jesus Christ.
Next Live.
The Story of Me, take 2.
From this new documentary Still, like.
I can't even really keep up.
See, Luke.
I have to like dedicate a whole week to just.
You're gonna have to chew it because it's not gonna go down.
Oh, you trying to be like Fear Factor?
Saturday at the Room Place. You'll love our style. You'll love our prices.
You're gonna have to chew it because it's not gonna go down in one.
Me and him and this other fool decide.
How you doing? How does it taste? Okay, that's a good answer. Ooh. There you go.
It's mine over matter. My ear still ring. Chuggle up, chuggle up.
Nope.
Is it over?
It's over.
That was our next guest. See, it loses me, you know,
When they eat
physically.
the stuff.
It's when they eat the stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't. That was our next guest, putting everyday people to the ultimate test on his Down and Dirty new series, I Survived Bear Grylls. Please welcome the one and only Bear Grylls. It seemed like a variety of horrors.
I mean, there was so much bad stuff consumed on so many of those episodes that it blurs for me. So I don't know, maybe it was like a mix of some like a fermented goat's testicle sack or something. I don't know.
Not the sack.
Something about the description throws people. You just have to know what it is, and then it's like you can see people start to retch. But as you know, it's part of the wild, isn't it? You got to sometimes eat the difficult stuff.
No, I mean, we've actually had this discussion where, like, how long would it take Mark to eat me, like, if we were lost in the woods? And you promised that I would be dead.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
He would wait for me.
You'd be in trouble. There's nothing to it. I mean, yeah.
Summer, we're kicking off summer travel season. It's upon us. Will you travel with your family, and are they afraid to travel with you?
Quite often friends say we're never going on holiday together.
Yeah,
but actually, for us, I don't know, we have a pretty regular life at home. You know, I don't know, normal family. We live in an abnormal place. We do live in an unusual place. But once we're there, it's pretty regular life. And, you know, it's not all death and destruction and
Did you
snake
grow up
and guns.
traveling as a kid? Were you like were you an adventure seeker as a kid? You traveled a lot?
I didn't get, no, as a kid, I didn't get a chance to really travel.
Really?
You know, my dad was a Marine, and we'd, you know, he'd do his stuff, but then he'd come back home, and he taught me to climb when I was a kid, where I was brought up on this little island in the UK. Okay. So we didn't go abroad very much, but we'd kind of hang out together, and it was where I started my love of adventure. It's just I wanted to be close to him. We'd go and climb these little sea cliffs, and my mum still lives there to this day.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as I could, I wanted to travel, and it's why I think I first initially joined the army, because there was a chance to
get out
and explore some of these places.
Yeah. Where were some of the places that you went?
Well, the first place I went was northern India when I was about 17.
Oh, wow.
And I remember riding on the roof of a train up into the mountains and got my first ever view of Everest.
Why were you on the
Himalayas,
roof?
and it
Why were
changed
you
my
on the
life.
roof of the train? Why were you on the roof?
Well, there was no room inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, once I realised actually I could be on the roof with my buddy, it was way more fun anyway. And it was like a 3-day journey up there. So.
And so you saw Everest in the distance, and is that where you said to yourself, I'm going to climb that one day?
Yeah, totally. I mean, the dream had been there since I was a kid, you know, climbing with my dad. But I think there was something powerful when you first see it in the flesh, so to speak. And it definitely has shaped so much of my life, and my life from then on. And through the military, that became my job, a lot of the climbing, a lot of the survival stuff. And when I eventually got to fulfill that Everest dream after the military, that was, you know, a formative time in my life. And really, it's what then opened the door to TV. You know, it's then that they said, could we do a show where we drop you in difficult places and you show us how to get out of there? That was Man vs. Wild. And on the back of that, it became Running Wild and You vs. Wild. And now here we are with I Survived Bear Grylls. So it's been a journey.
Take us there. Take us about I Survived Bear Grylls. Right away, the title alone scares me to death.
Well, the answer is not a lot of people did survive Bear Grylls actually on this show. But it's fun because it's an adventure game show, really. It's for all those people who say,
I can do this.
I can do this.
Right.
Exactly. I'd be fine. And I get people all day, every day come up to me in the street and they go, if I was dropped, I'd be great. Or my husband would be great. I'd be great.
And you know right away that they couldn't, right?
Well, the thing is, you don't know. You know from the movies, the kind of the people who get it, they look the part. But in life and in survival, you don't know, because it's all about this. It's all about spirit. So the fun part of the show is you don't know who's going to win at the end of each episode, but they get pushed hard, no doubt. It's about being calm in a crisis because everything is thrown at them all at the same time, fast. But it's a really fun and empowering show.
What are some of the challenges besides eating the sacks of testicles?
Well, so, I mean, there are 1,000 different things. We had, climbing walls while blasting them with freezing cold water and blindfolded and bow and arrows and hunting stuff. And, it's a whole, it's basically, I set up the ultimate sort of survival arena of
That looks like fun. Is
I brought in all of our crew. I said, "Come on, let's just set up these like stands of like simulation of survival situation."
Right.
And all of our guys were like, unleashed. There we go. This is great.
Because they've been covering it for years.
Well, instead of like a climbing wall, instead of a normal climbing wall like you're inside, all that, where we're recreating Everest, we'll just cover it in grease and everything, so it's slippy and everyone's falling. But like I say, everybody talks a good game, but when you're under pressure and when you're cold and when you're hungry and you're tired and it's all happening at the same time, then you see what people are made
Bear,
of.
I got a new contestant for you right here.
I would die at the food challenge. I would die at the food challenge.
You say that. She's strong in here.
No, I am strong in here, but I am weak in here, and I would not. I know my.
I got a new contestant for you right here.
I would die at the food challenge. I would die at the food challenge.
You say that. She's strong in here.
No, I am strong in here, but I am weak in here, and I would not. I know my.
But both of these things are about this.
Yes.
And you are good like that. And you know what? I survived Bear Grylls' show episode after episode. The most unlikely, but.
Yes.
And you are good like that. And you know what?
She's strong in here.
No, I am strong in here, but I am weak in here, and I would not. I know my.
But both of these things are about this.
Yes.
And you are good like that. And you know what? I survived Bear Grylls' show episode after episode. The most unlikely, but brilliant, strong, quietly determined, positive, resourceful, smart people win. And I'd put you in that.
Bear Grylls premieres May 18th on CBS. Next, another I Love Mom makeover.
I have a dream. Tomorrow on Live, Michael J. Fox.
Welcome back. It's time for another I Love Mom makeover. I've really been enjoying these, especially
because you haven't had to participate in any of them. Yes, there we are. Today we are featuring our senior video engineer, Callie Wong, and her daughter, Chloe. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Chloe. And my mom is Callie Wong. Usually she wears nice dresses to work and very rarely wears pants. And I think it'll be pretty cool to see what she would look like in one of the outfits that I often wear.
Look at that.
How cute is Chloe?
30 seconds and they gave fucking Lola 3 minutes.
Suddenly you're like, wait a minute, Chloe's big. I know, she was little, now she's big. Okay, let's see Callie's new look.
Oh, this is so bad.
Adorable. Well done, Chloe. We'll be right back.
The whole segment. The Asian people only got like 90 seconds.
Andrew McCarthy.
And then Kelly and Lola got like 6 or 7 minutes. And all he did was for the girl, the daughter, they just took a picture of her and they just like, she sent in a picture and then like a 30-second video, she sent in a picture and then that was it. And then the costume department just found something similar. That was the weakest one yet.
Pre-owned luxury watches from Cartier, Rolex, Vacherons, all on sale.
Gold and diamond jewelry from $99 to $9,900.
Sell us your gold or valuables.
Or make a loan on them. Royal pays cash. Save big at the Mother's Day sale.
Happy Mother's Day from Royal Wine Chicago. Good workout?
AC's on the fritz. You're tuning up for summer. Have you tuned up your AC? Help is just around the corner. Call ABC for your $49 ultimate AC tune-up. We'll be there fast and deliver 5-star service guaranteed. Trust ABC and consider it done.
This is Steve and Samantha Mallman. They're lawyers who fight nursing home negligence and...
Hold on a sec. Our country's nursing homes are in crisis. 94% don't meet minimum staffing guidelines, and your loved ones are paying the price. Mallman Law will find out who's responsible for their injuries. It's the nursing home's job to keep your loved ones safe, and if they don't, it's our job to make sure your family receives justice and compensation.
Mallman Law. We know what matters most.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. Closed captioning, sponsored in part by... It's Macy's Mother's Day sale now. Get great gifts for every mom with an extra 25% off, plus shop specials, and discover even more she'll love with Macy's Gift Finder.
Before Feel Away Off Tom, I would have scratched up this expensive sofa. And you see this wall? I would have probably peed right on it. And if there was another cat in my spot, I would have attacked, but not anymore. Thanks to Feel Away Off Tom, I feel way better.
Enhanced calming for cats.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're doing the inbox.
Sharon Martin from Windsor, Ontario says, "Hi, Mark. My kids joke whenever we watch a movie, Mom always falls asleep during the credits. The opening credits. You are not alone."
Hey, Joan Bellis from Facebook. This is my mom with my youngest son at his wedding 2019. She'll be 90 in October. Mom, along with dad, raised 8 daughters. She's a wonderful mom. I love her beyond words. Hey, happy Mother's Day.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Karen Joyce says, "My daughter, Sarah, 9 months pregnant with her first baby. She's a 5th grade teacher. Oh, she's a saint. Hoping to make it until the last day. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week and Mother's Day."
And Kelly Battaglia from Rochester, New York. My husband falls asleep in shows too. He falls asleep in the front row in very loud musicals. Blue Man Group.
Hey, tomorrow, Michael J. Fox will be joining us.
Andrew McCarthy's here.
See you tomorrow. To make it until the last day. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week and Mother's Day.
And Kelly Battaglia from Rochester, New York. My husband falls asleep in shows too. He falls asleep in the front row in very loud musicals. Blue Man Group.
Hey, tomorrow, Michael J. Fox will be joining us.
Andrew McCarthy's here.
See you tomorrow.
All right, Guardians, are you ready for one last ride?
All right, you guys. That's it. Kelly's got to go. I got to go listen to the new Menudo album. Adios.